serve.
Quick punch. Because if he...
He drops Pacquiao for the first time.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to the State Farm Arena here in Atlanta, Georgia.
40-year-old Manny Pacquiao, the 8th Division World Champion, only 8th Division champ in boxing history.
And I'll say, Senator, he is fighting out of his Raleigh, representing the Sarangani Rockets in the Philippines. He weighed in the same as his opponent.
Official weight 145 3/4 pounds. His professional record, 50 victories, including 38 knockouts, with 3 defeats and 2 draws. Kayumba, Sarangani Province, the former lightweight world champion, former super bantamweight world champion, former featherweight world champion, former super featherweight world champion, former lightweight world champion, former light welterweight world champion, and reigning, defending WBO welterweight champion of the world,
Manny Pacquiao! Ladies and gentlemen in attendance and boxing fans joining us around the world, live from Atlanta, Georgia, it's showtime! Introducing to you first, the challenger on my right, fighting out of the blue corner tonight, seeking his 3rd Division World title. Wearing white trunks with yellow and silver trim, the young star of boxing from Baltimore, and representing his adopted home of Atlanta, Georgia. He weighed in at 139 3/4 pounds with a sensational record of 24 wins, no losses.
The legendary Manny Pacquiao returns to the spotlight to face the explosive force of Gervonta Tank Davis in a dream matchup that represents far more than a simple fight, transforming into a battle of speed versus power, experience versus youth, and legacy versus rising dominance, leaving fans questioning who would endure the storm and who would carve their name deeper into boxing history. Because this imagined clash brings together 2 fighters from completely different eras whose styles create one of the most fascinating stylistic contrasts the sport could ever witness. Pacquiao, an 8th Division world champion celebrated for relentless combinations, unpredictable angles, and unmatched stamina, built his legacy through constant pressure and fearless aggression, while Davis stands as a modern knockout specialist known for patience, precision, and explosive finishing ability capable of changing the outcome of a fight in a single moment, making every exchange dangerous and every mistake costly as speed collides with devastating power inside the ring. Early rounds would likely showcase Pacquiao's movement and activity as he darts in and out with rapid combinations, forcing Davis onto the defensive while building points through volume and rhythm. Yet Tank's calm composure allows him to analyze patterns carefully, studying timing, distance, and defensive habits while waiting for openings that slowly begin to appear as the fight progresses into deeper rounds where body shots, counters, and ring positioning start influencing momentum, gradually turning the contest into a tense chess match where pressure meets patience and endurance meets explosive precision. Pacquiao's aggressive style brings advantages through angles and nonstop output, but also carries risk during exchanges when brief defensive gaps appear. And against a puncher like Davis, those openings become extremely dangerous because Tank excels at capitalizing on small mistakes with perfectly timed counters, especially his powerful left hand and crushing body shots that weaken opponents over time, creating a scenario where Pacquiao may control rounds statistically while Davis remains one punch away from ending everything instantly, increasing suspense with every passing minute. Mentally, the contrast becomes just as compelling as the physical battle, with Pacquiao thriving in chaos, momentum, and crowd energy while Davis prefers calculated pacing, comfortable losing early rounds if it allows him to set traps later, shaping a fight dynamic where rhythm versus patience defines every moment and forces both fighters to adapt constantly under pressure. As rounds advance, conditioning becomes critical, since Pacquiao's legendary stamina allows sustained output deep into fights, while Davis relies on explosive bursts and precise opportunities rather than constant activity, meaning fatigue, timing, and discipline begin determining who controls the final stages, especially when ring positioning limits movement and exchanges occur closer to the ropes, where Tank's power becomes most effective while Pacquiao's success depends on maintaining angles and open space to avoid clean counters. Judging also adds intrigue because Pacquiao's activity and combination punching often impress scorecards, while Davis's heavier punches leave lasting visual impact, creating tension where one fighter could lead on points while the other remains dangerously close to a knockout finish, ensuring that every late-round exchange carries dramatic consequences as experience, composure, and timing collide under championship pressure. Ultimately, this matchup symbolizes boxing's timeless debate between speed and power, volume and precision, tradition and evolution, showing how different generations interpret the same fundamentals in unique ways. And regardless of outcome, the fight would never feel predictable because Pacquiao could overwhelm through relentless offense and superior movement, leading to a decision victory, while Davis could change history instantly with one perfectly timed counter that rewrites the entire narrative, proving that in boxing, timing often defeats everything else beyond technique. This imagined encounter represents legacy itself, with Pacquiao embodying fearless ambition and historic achievement, while Davis represents modern dominance and calculated destruction, making the discussion endlessly fascinating for fans who love analyzing how styles intersect across eras. And even if the fight never happens in reality, debates surrounding its outcome will continue because both fighters possess qualities capable of victory depending on timing, condition, and execution on a given night, reminding audiences why fantasy matchups remain such an important part of boxing culture. So the question remains unanswered yet endlessly exciting: would Pacquiao's speed, angles, and relentless pressure overwhelm the younger knockout artist, or would Davis's patience and devastating power find the perfect moment to end the fight instantly and usher in a new era of dominance, leaving fans divided but captivated by possibilities that highlight the beauty and unpredictability of the sport? And if you enjoyed this full breakdown and want more legendary fight discussions, predictions, and explosive boxing analysis, make sure to like the video, share your prediction in the comments, and subscribe to ProRing TV for more non-stop boxing content, epic fight, debates, and powerful combat sports storytelling delivered every week.